You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva, and knowledge lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Ladies Lounge, where I'm always giving you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. I hope everybody's doing good. Thank God it is Friday, y'all. We finally made it. Nevertheless, also big ups to everybody who has been supporting my channel. Big ups also to Mocha's Mod Squad, for those of you in the chat that are holding it down, making sure everybody is on their best behavior at the lounge. So I appreciate y'all for, again, still being supportive of my platform and my channel. So please go right ahead. Before we get into today's topic at hand, make sure you like, you share, subscribe. Again, welcome to Mocha's Ladies Lounge, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here. So, y'all, thought it was imperative that I presented to y'all what I would like to call one of my segments, Pillowtrap Chronicles, okay? This story, unfortunately, had left a very, very tragic ending, and I feel like in all tragedies and all losses, there's always lessons. And women, we have to be very mindful and very spiritually aware of the situation we're putting ourselves into. And also, if there's a man that you love, you value, and you care about, that you also look out for his safety as well. So, y'all, this has gone viral. Everybody's been talking about it, and it's a very, very sad story. And it's all coming from Converse, Texas, right? 23-year-old 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼 Wilson, which is the wonderful gentleman you see here with the mugshot picture in the thumbnail. This happened in Converse, Texas. Mr. Wilson had fatally shot his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, okay? He basically hid inside his ex-girlfriend's home and fatally unalived her new boyfriend when the couple came back from a night out. According to police, and I'm going to call him the Closet Clown since he likes to hang out in the closet, Closet Clown went to the ex-girlfriend's house around 1 a.m. with flowers, money, and other gifts, hoping to surprise her, okay? But when he saw she wasn't home, he reportedly snuck inside and hid in her closet waiting. Around 2 a.m., the woman returned with her new boyfriend, 35-year-old Noel Denzel Miller, okay? Which is the handsome guy that you see here, who is the victim, unfortunately. She went to the shower while Miller went to grab clothes from the laundry room. Moments later, gunshots rung out. The woman ran out and found Miller lying on the bed, badly injured, but he was later pronounced dead, unalived at the scene by responding officers. In the doorway, she saw Closet Clown Wilson, whom she identified as her ex-boyfriend, holding a black handgun. Wilson reportedly said something about the woman playing games with him before taking off downstairs with her cell phone. As the woman pleaded for Wilson to return the phone so she could call 911, he allegedly threw her phone back upstairs and told her not to tell on him before fleeing the scene. Okay? Deputies found him a mile away at a friend's place and arrested him. Wilson told investigators he had only shot Miller in self-defense, claiming Miller had pulled the gun first. Detectives say Wilson admitted firing the weapon, but said it was to protect himself. He's now being held in Bexar County Jail on a $300,000 bond. This incident happened Sunday morning, October 26th, at a home on Roving Trail in Converse, Texas. So, y'all, as y'all can see, this is a very, very unfortunate situation. It's a couple of things that is not adding up to me in this situation, and we're going to go into that and talk about that momentarily. First of all, I don't know how this dude is going to claim self-defense when he uninvitingly entered into this woman's house. That's criminal trespass and hiding into the closet. So at this point, there's nothing he can say, even if the dude was to beat him up, even if the tables would have turned and they would have unalived him, they would have been in the right, because again, you don't have the right to just go in somebody's house and hide in their closet. Okay, so this is what happens, ladies, when you pick up dusties. You put yourself in a high probability of endangerment when you get involved with these type of low common denominator dudes. Please make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Big ups to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all for being here. Okay, so of course, you know, I'm going to give y'all some scriptures pertaining to the situation, because here at the lounge, we always try to produce spiritual awareness and we toast to growth. Okay, I also addressed this topic on my other channel, Mocha's Cafe de Paris. You know, that's my co-ed channel for men and women. So basically, I did a sermon over there for the guys, letting them know, hey, they got to be cautious getting involved with women who are playing mind games, dealing with more than one guy, or maybe she had some unfinished business with a prior relationship. So, you know, I had to look out for my guys and get them some information on that as well. But these are the scriptures, okay? Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So in other words, sis, your heart is your peace, your intuition, and your energy. When you guard it, you protect your life. Don't let a man who's unstable hold the keys to your calm, okay? So listen, y'all got to be careful of not letting, oh my goodness, sorry, y'all, I just had drink some coffee. Y'all got to be careful to not let y'all desperation for dust, you know, desperation, picking up these dusty ass dudes out of desperation, because 9 times out of 10 these guys are bringing a lot of problems into your life, and it can totally change the dynamics of your peace and your serenity. Okay, so I got a couple of more scriptures, y'all, and we're gonna go into talking about this situation at hand. Do not make friends with the Proverbs. I forgot to tell y'all which one it is. Proverbs chapter 22, verses 24 through 25. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared. In other words, a man with no control over his temper will eventually use it on you. You don't need to test his anger to believe it exists. Watch how he reacts to frustration. That's his real personality. And I would say this, if you're in a relationship with a guy, always pay attention to how he handles life when pressure is applied, okay? Pay attention to his mannerisms. Is he a stand-up dude where he's going to stand up in it and try to fix it? Or is he going to whine and bitch and complain like a woman? Does he show any feminine emotions when it comes to dealing with unpleasant circumstances or situations? Pay attention to all of that. It's a lot of red flags that be right in your face, but you're so fixated on wanting a man and wanting a relationship that you will let stuff like that slide. And I guarantee you, I'm gonna just say Miss Unknown, because we don't know her name, right? Miss Unknown saw some red flags, you know, with Dusty the Clown, not Krusty the Clown, Dusty the Clown. She saw the red flags with Dusty the Clown. And again, we're getting ready to go into some things because I think some things are not adding up, and we're going to break all of that down to the lowest common denominator, okay? Also, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 2 through 5. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, having a form of godliness but denying its power, have nothing to do with such people. Y'all know that's one of my favorite scriptures because it's definitely manifesting, especially in these times. Men are definitely lovers of themselves, and that goes for women as well. They are also lovers of themselves. Basically, The scripture means that's the dangerous kind of man who talks spiritual but acts selfish. He'll quote God but move like the devil when you tell him no. Protect your spirit from counterfeit love, okay? And a couple of more scriptures. Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. Other words, when he can't calm himself, he'll destroy what's around him, even you, sis. Don't wait to see if you're next. Emotionally instability is not passion, it's a red flag. Absolutely. More scriptures, Proverbs chapter 19, verse 19. Hot-tempered people must pay the penalty. If you rescue them once, you will have to do it again. In other words, please stop being a rescuer. Every time you save a man from his own destruction, you teach him that you can keep falling, that he can keep falling, and you'll catch him. Okay? That's not love. That's enabling chaos. All right? So, y'all, I can go on and on and on, but I just wanted to give y'all the main logistics of it. Okay? All right. Also, I want to give y'all this last scripture here. Okay? 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. If your relationship constantly feels chaotic, confusing, or unsafe, that's not God's will. Love that keeps you anxious isn't love. Okay? It's it's bondage, okay? So listen, y'all, we got to pay attention to the red flags. We can't be so fixated on wanting a man so bad and thinking that because he's jealous and possessive, that means he cares about me, he's overprotective of me. No, sis, you definitely got it all screwed up, okay? And if you are a woman with this type of mindset, you definitely need prayer, okay? Okay, so let's get back to the main logistics of the situation at hand, right? A woman thought she had moved on. She came home with her new boo thing, and her ex was sitting in the dark in the closet, waiting and lurking. He couldn't handle rejection. He couldn't accept that her peace didn't include him. This story isn't about just a man losing control. It's about how we as women need to recognize when a man still believes he owns us. Okay? So, let me address a couple of things with this situation, right? First off, how he got into the house, I'm still trying to figure that out. Okay? I'm still trying to figure that out. Did he already have a key and she never changed it before she got with the new dude and he used to be able to come over? I'm just trying to figure out that part. Okay? Secondly, is he came with gifts. Okay, now allegedly I heard he came with flowers and cocaine. I don't know if this is alleged. If he did come with cocaine, is it because they do sugar booger together? I mean, you got some couples, they have some strange ass fetishes. Okay. So I'm hearing different things on from different sources about the things he actually brought. But for him to bring gifts, either there's two things could possibly be wrong with that. Either he's mentally deranged, and even though she told him it was over, in his mind it's not. So he came over there bearing gifts anyway, as if I'm still your man, I'm not going anywhere. Or she deceived him in some shape or form, making him think that, okay, we still got something going, even though she knows she's trying to start something, new with the new man. You get what I mean? Now, you have some women who do play this type of mind games. Let's not act like women don't do this, okay? You got the thug that can beat it down, take you to Pound Town. He got that rough neck. You know what I mean? He got that. He got that real good wood. You feel me? And then you got the nice looking handsome guy. Okay. Who you actually want a relationship with. This is the dude you want to marry, have kids, have a big, beautiful home, take flights out to Peru and different countries, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it was one of them things with Miss Unknown, but trying to have the best of both worlds, right? Please make sure y'all hit that like button if you have not hit it already, right? So I'm just a little leery of why he felt comfortable to bring gifts, okay? It wasn't like he just broke in there and was, automatically looking to unalive somebody, but he brought gifts. He brought these what's the word called? It's a word for it. He brought all of these trinkets as a gesture, right? As a nice gesture. So what made him feel comfortable with doing that? It's since Lee and dude own. Okay. Now I also read in the article that he said after he unalived the man, Noel, that he was tired of the woman playing games, Miss Unknown playing games. So we've seen similar situations like this, y'all, in which these women, a couple of things, right? Some women just don't have the balls to tell a ninja to get the hell on about his business because they don't want to deal with the smoke. They fear them. They're scared of them. They know if they were to verbalize those words, it's over. That more than likely the dude is going to crash the hell out. So I don't know if she was trying to like ease her way out of the relationship. You know what I mean? By playing it cool, making them think like, we still all right, we still good like that. The only bad part about it, if you're not direct with these type of dudes, they'll take it like they still got a part in your life. Like it's still official between the both of y'all. So you can't play them kind of games and be scared to tell a man it's over. The fact that you scared to tell him it's over, that's already a red flag. Now, I want to show y'all something right quick, right? As you can see, it's definitely a major difference with these two guys, Noel is very handsome. You can just tell that he's one of those guys. He really keeps himself up. I found several pictures of him, and I don't want to waste a lot of time digging in all of these different photos. People done posted videos of him. Very nice looking guy, might I add. The dude had nice cars. He was making money. You can just tell Noel had a good bit going for him. Okay. And just like you have, something stuck on my tooth, y'all. Just like you have some females that like to hate on other females, especially if that female is self-sufficient, independent, and got a lot going for herself. You have some dudes that are the same exact way. You know what I mean? They don't like to see another man that's successful, especially if he ends up with the woman that he wants to be with or the woman he thinks he owns, right? So, more than likely, the Dusty dude was already, threatened in a sense by Noel, okay? He can more than likely size him up and know that the guy looked better than him, know that the guy had more than him. But most importantly, the guy had something he really wanted or what he thought was righteously his, which was Miss Unknown. Women, we got to be careful. We can't be playing these kind of games with these men, okay? Making them think something is deep and it's not. Now, I'm going to see if I can show y'all some of the photos of Mr. Miller so you can have an idea as to, of course, that's Dusty the Clown. We ain't tripping off of him. Okay, so, of course, a lot of people have been flooding their timelines. I guess this is the mother of his children or child. I woke up to a flood of posters and phone calls, and I'm still trying to process everything. I never thought I'd be writing these words, but rest in peace to Noel Denzel Miller, my son's father. I'm still speechless and in disbelief. Yeah, y'all. So of course, he has a son, and it's just a very unfortunate situation that this is occurring right now. So of course, he has a son, and I figured he probably had a child. So as you can also see, it's going to be another young man that's affected by this, y'all. And I can only imagine what he's going through because he's old enough to understand. You get what I'm saying? So definitely my heart goes out to all the Millers. And this unfortunate situation, man. I mean, this is what happens when women take a chance with these dusties, you feel me? So a lot of people, of course, are um doing posts to show to pay homage, to Mr. Miller. Rest in peace, Noah Miller. You truly were a bright spirit, and this one really hurts. And as you can see, y'all, this guy, he looks dead. Okay, and what I mean by that is he looks like there's no life in him, there's no spirit in him, and the most dangerous man you can actually end up with is a man who doesn't have a purpose, who doesn't have spiritual awareness. This young man looks like he's just over life. He looks like he has no purpose. He has no ambition. He has no plans. And a man that does not have any plans is a very dangerous man because he doesn't care what he has to lose. So they saying that he intended to surprise the witness with flowers, money, and cocaine. So yes, something definitely is not adding up. And this is the thing. These dusties, they don't take no lightly, especially when they don't have any place else to go. And especially if he doesn't have anything going for himself. He doesn't have anything going for himself. He doesn't care what he has to lose. A loser does not mind losing. And again, this is Mr. Miller, very handsome guy. Of course, his funeral will be coming up. I'm sure they're planning all of that now. So it's a lot of family members and a lot of friends that are definitely devastated by this loss, righteously so. He was only 35 years old, you know what I mean? So he still had a life to live, so it's very unfortunate, y'all. I hate this for him. He definitely didn't deserve that or whatever. So let's get kind of back to what's the main things that need to be discussed, okay? So we have to learn some lessons out of this, right? Because very well so, Miss Unknown isn't the only woman who can end up in this kind of situation. This could pretty much happen to anybody if you're not careful and if you're not mindful and if you lack spiritual awareness and discernment. Now, the first thing is spotting the ownership mindset, okay? He doesn't want you back. He wants control back. When a man can accept the breakup, it's not always about missing you. It's about missing the power he has over you, okay? Pay attention to those red flags when a man says, you'll always be mine. That's not love. That's possession dressed up as passion. Or if he says, I ain't going nowhere, you know what I mean? Or I'm the only man that need to be in your life. It sounds cute at first, but read in between the lines. If you listen to a man and really pay attention, he will tell you about himself. He will reveal his character. And don't only just look at what he says, look at how he says it and when he says it. Does he say, you're mine, when he feels like you're holding the conversation too long with somebody, or if a dude is staring at you in public, you know what I mean? And if he says it, how does he say it? You mine, you gonna always be mine. Not like you my girl, I'm always, be a part of your life, because I really want to be with you. Versus, is he saying it from a place of ownership, or is he saying it from a place of actually respecting the relationship? Okay, so pay attention to those signs, all right? Usually the dusty dude, he cannot keep his composure. He will end up revealing his wicked ways, his dominating ways is there. He can't hide it, no matter how much he tries to play it cool, right? Next, don't downplay threats or obsession. A lot of women, y'all play these games. Y'all think these guys be calling y'all bluff, and they mean exactly what they say. If your ex keeps calling, pulling up, or popping up where you are, believe what you see, not what you remember. Stop normalizing crazy behavior just because you used to love him. A man who won't respect distance won't respect your safety either. Okay, so do not think it's cute that he's popping up, sitting outside your driveway. I don't care if he's sitting outside your driveway with your favorite iced coffee and he's bringing you things that you like. All of this is game. And again, It's normalizing crazy behavior. And if you let this stuff slide, even if it's with nice gestures, where I popped up, I figured you probably want me to take the kids to school for you. Listen, a lot of these dusties that are very possessive, they know how to wean their way into a woman's heart. And if you are gullible, or if you are thirsty, or if you lack spiritual awareness, you will overlook these pull-ups and dominating your space, all because he knows how to compensate with it with the nice gesture. That is not cool. If you are experiencing this, Molly, girl, you are in danger. Okay. All right. The next one, and hit the like button, y'all, because I'm giving y'all some insightful information, because I don't want no other woman getting in this situation. Share this message with your daughter, with your niece, or other women in your life as well, so they can also be mindful of not overlooking these red flags. Okay, please share this message. Okay. The third one is be honest with your new partner. Listen, if your ex has ever shown obsessive or unstable behavior, let your new man know. That's not drama, that's awareness. It's not fair for this man, for your new boo thing to be ambushed. Okay, put your shoe on the other foot. If you are with a man and his baby mama is crazy and she's a compulsive, obsessive, wouldn't you want him to tell you? Versus one night you go chill and kick it with him in his apartment and you hear boom, 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 boom. Mother effer, bring your ass outside. Boom, 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 boom. And like, what the hell going on? This and that. Oh, my bad. You know, I forgot to tell you, my baby mama, she is kind of crazy. You know, she thinks she own me, and I don't even want to be with her like that. We just got a baby together, and she think because we got a baby together, you know what I mean, that me and her gonna be together, and I don't want to be with her. Well, dude, why you did not tell me this? Okay. If your ex has shown any obsessive or unstable behavior, please let the new man know. Silence doesn't protect you. It just blindsides the people who love you or the people who you love. If he shows up, your new man needs to know what kind of danger he's dealing with. Not to fight, but to protect and plan wisely. And that's the truth. There was a video that went viral not too long ago of a woman who was in her apartment. I can't recall where that video is because I would have showed it to you. And sure enough, her crazy ex barged in literally, but her new boo, I guess he was aware or saw danger coming. He pulled out his, Glock and he unalived him. And he had every right to, because the man was hostile. He was aggressive. He just, barged into the woman's apartment. And the only thing I hated, and I wish I could find a video, but she was so dumb. He told her, get away from the door, because he knew he was getting ready to shoot the dude. She damn near almost got shot, not moving quick enough when the man gave her order. Listen, if a man gives you an order to move out the way, or he ain't got time to explain to you to move out the way, move your ass behind out the way, because he sees dangers coming before you. Sometimes women were slow, we simple with certain things, and we can't always pinpoint danger. If your significant other is saying, don't open the door, don't peek through the curtain, don't stop trying to over dominate these men and go against what they tell you. It's because of your safety and your protection, okay? But definitely, the man needs to know if your ex still thinks he owns you, okay? The man needs to know that your ex will pop up. He will pull up. He needs to know that, you know what I mean? In this instance, though, I don't think nobody would have been prepared at all, because this man had actually broken into the house and was hiding in the closet. But still, make your new partner aware, okay? The next one is don't be misled by words. Misleading men are dangerous because they mix guilt, nostalgia, y'all, I can't talk this way this morning. Nostalgia and control into one emotional cocktail. He'll say, I just want closure, but he really wants access. Okay? Don't reopen doors that God already closed for your safety. Yeah, sometimes they'll do that, and a lot of women have lost their lives because of that. wanting to give him peace so he can have closure. I just want to see you one last time. You know, even though he been talking crazy to you for months at a time, cussing you out, doing all kind of crazy off the wall stuff, you still feel safe to go meet him. Okay. Yeah, I just want us to have dinner. I just want to take you out to dinner. You know, I just want us to talk. I want to say about a lot of instances in a woman going to have that one last conversation. That literally was her one last conversation because her life got taken. Be careful with men who are manipulative like that. Okay. They know how to play the role. They know how to sound caring. They know how to, you know, spice up certain things or whatever to make you comfortable. And you got to be able to read in between the lines. Please make sure you hit that like button. Now, these are some other lessons, right, that I also want y'all to be aware of because, again, anybody could end up in a situation. Recognize when a man is down on his luck. This actually should have been number one. When a man's life is falling apart, Martell, no job, no stability, no purpose. He may start seeing you as his lifeline. Many women have lost their lives because a man was broke, busted, and disgusted and had nowhere to go. And the main thing in his mind, he's thinking, if I leave or she get rid of me, the next man is going to enjoy the fruits of her labor. The next man is going to get all of my benefits. Okay? Now, a man who's already well established, pretty much got his own money, got his own purpose, got his own goals, he can take the relationship as an L for the most part. Now, even with them, you have to be careful because men with money think that they still own you too, right? But the stakes are even higher when you are dismissing a dusty, okay? They may feel flattering at first, but it can turn dangerous when he starts to believe he needs you to survive, okay? Man with no job, a man with no plan, is easily going to end up in the devil's hands. Okay, a man needs a purpose. He needs a plan. He has to have something going for himself. If his peace depends on your presence, he'll see your distance as betrayal. The moment you want to get rid of the dusty, listen, that man gonna come back and take your life. He not going back to the streets. He not going back to his mama. He not going back to move in with his sister and sleep on her pull-out futon sofa. Having to live with, you know, his badass nieces and nephews running around day in and day out. Once you give a man a life of peace and comfort, especially a chaotic man, especially a broke down man, a man who doesn't have any purpose, the beast will unleash in him. Why y'all think Martell kept coming at Mel? He knows the life that Mel has, and he knows he's going back to the struggle, okay, with Arion, and that is what makes him lash out. You know, be compassionate, but don't be confused. His survival mode with love. You can't save a man who hasn't decided to save himself. Picking up a man from the bottom, thinking you can introduce him to the good life and provide and be his savior. What you do is you set yourself up for that man depending on you for survival purposes. You get what I'm saying? So, don't enable him. It's a saying that if you buy a man shoes, he'll walk right out your life with those same shoes. In this instant, it's the other way around. You buy a man shoes, he will unalive you when you try to take those shoes back. Okay, he's not going back bare feet. He done got used to you providing that luxury. Okay. The next one is a man who constantly needs reassurance. Do you still love me? You'll never leave me, right? May seem sensitive or deeply in love, but these are signs of insecurity, not intimacy. And insecure men are often unpredictable when they feel replaced. The quiet ones who keep score silently are the ones who explode loudly when they feel ignored. When his validation depends on your attention, he'll eventually resent you for having peace without him. Listen, a chaotic man, nothing disturbs a chaotic man more than a woman in her peace. Yes. Why y'all think Martell will sometimes fall back, kind of go MIA, you know, do his thing for a while, and then out the blue, he's stalking Mel, looking for Mel and all of that. He can't stomach the fact that Mel has so much peace in her life without him. And that's dangerous. If you're trying to move on with your life as a woman, you got your, you paying your mortgage, you taking care of your kids, you going to work, you doing what you got to do, to make things happen. A ninja that's down on his luck, he hates that. Even though he knows you struggling, even though he knows you're fighting to keep your head above water, he hates the fact that he is no longer a part of your energy, that he no longer could dictate your life, where you go, what you do, where you're at. In a relationship, he had a lot of say so and power in being able to dictate certain things, but nothing rubs an insecure ninja wrong more than a woman that is in her peace. Can I get a hello? Can I get an amen? Please make sure y'all hit that like button if you have not hit that like button already. Again, big ups to Mocha's Mod Squad. Please make sure the numbers are lining up with the views. Please like, share, subscribe. Subscribe, y'all. It doesn't cost you anything. Next one is beware of the come up attachment. Some men stay connected because they see you as their financial or emotional comeback. If his goals always sound like when we instead of when I, pay attention. A man who doesn't have a plan outside of you will eventually turn you into his plan of attack when you leave. You are not a rehab center for broken men. You're a woman with purpose, not a man's replacement for ambition. I never forget one woman who she left her abusive relationship, single mom, and she started making a lot of money off of selling her book about being abused and her journey. And she started making a lot of money off that book. Well, baby, let me tell you something. That narcissistic ninja got so mad that woman was making money and he no longer was enjoying the fruits of her labor like he used to when they was together. He took her life. Yes, he did. He took her life. He was so angry that woman was making money without him. And he was not a part of that. And the sad part was she kept fighting to get a restraining order in the police department within that county. They just would not, they wouldn't enforce it. And he knew it, and that's the sad part. Even when you get the law involved, ladies, it's still a high probability the law will see your case like any other case and they will not act on it. So always protect yourself in an event you're in a situation like this, okay? Some of these men, again, you are their meal ticket. So that's why you got to be careful wanting to do everything for these men, especially for Dusty. Okay, like I said, a man who got everything together, he could take an L and keep it moving. He don't care. But a man who's going back to nothing, oh no, they'll take your life first. They would rather sit in prison for the rest of their life before they watch you enjoy your freedom. Absolutely not. Watch how he handles disappointment. Every man will experience frustration, but how he responds tell you who he really is. Does he lash out, guilt trip, play the victim, or take accountability and adjust? The same man who breaks things when he's angry will break you when you stop bending. When a man can't regulate emotion, his love will always come with warning labels. Yes, sooner than later, the narcissistic ninja is going to allow his dusty ways to manifest. Okay, he can't hold it down but so long. It's up to you as a woman to spot it, to spot those red flags. That seem harmless. Baby, you the only one woman I could depend on. You the only woman who got my back. Those are red flags. Okay, one thing I love about you, you gonna always make it happen. You saying that because you want me to continue to always make it happen. That way you ain't got to do a goddamn thing. See, pay attention to the things these men be telling you. Okay, you all I got. That's dangerous if you're all he had. Nothing is cute. Nothing is funny about it. I had your back when nobody else did. Oh, so you reminded me. You letting me know that you keeping score every time you do something for me. Listen, pay attention to those little things, those dusty vibes. Pay attention to those dusty vibes he's thrown you. Okay? Social media red flags. If he constantly posting subliminal messages, sad quotes, no woman can replace me. statuses after breakup, take that seriously. I mean, like, no man can replace me. Take that serious, right? Men who broadcast heartbreak are often rehearsing their revenge in silence. Unfollow, block, and distance. Closure isn't worth being content in his chaos. Yes, some men are so emotional they tell everything. Okay, they go on Facebook, they go on Messenger. Some of them, they are very, very feminine. And when they get very feminine, they get overly emotional. Okay, so pay attention to the red flags. He posting stuff that's sounding a little crazy. You might want to definitely be cautious of that. And this is the last one. When love turns into leverage, be careful when a man uses phrases like, after everything I did for you, you gonna leave me? You wait till I cut the grass, you wait till I cut the lawn, and you gonna walk away and leave? You wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for me. You owe me. That's emotional manipulation. And manipulation is a cousin of control. The minute love becomes leverage, it's no longer love. It's ownership. Yeah, once you start like playing them kind of games and using leverage, counting and calculating what he did, what he didn't do, what he could have did, bringing up the stuff he bought, the stuff he paid for. I'm about to show y'all right quick. That's a prime example. I'm show y'all right quick. I can show y'all better than I can tell you.
Oh my dad, go on, bitch, I'm finna break your jaw. So you wanna play? So you wanna play? So you wanna play? Bitch, I get nailed here. I get nailed here. Bitch, call the police. You can't keep me up. Oh my mama, I'm gonna strangle this hoe. So you wanna play? Bitch, I get nailed here. Bitch. Oh my dad, go on, bitch, give me that fish tank for the extras. Give me that fish tank. Give me that fish tank. Oh my grandma, you wanna be petty? Bitch, I'm gonna be petty. Bitch, I need everything. I need everything. Bitch, give me the freeze pops. Give me the freeze pops. Bitch, give me the freeze pops. Give me the freeze pops. And I need them cards.
Ain't funny, but it is funny. This is obviously a man who has no purpose, has nothing going for him. He is threatening her about freeze pops that he brought for her kids. Now, 9 times out of 10, she's probably Section A. I'm just assuming. This is the kind of guy that he'll go report that she is getting housing. He'll report her to housing. Okay? This is the kind of guy, she got to come outside at some point. He'll wait for her to come outside just so he can get at her. He already said, if I could strangle you, I'll strangle you. I'm going to play it one more time so y'all can hear it. This is perfect example of crash out chaos, chaotic king, crash out king at his finest.
Oh my dad, go on, bitch, I'm finna break your jaw. So you wanna play? So you wanna play? So you wanna play? Bitch, I get nailed here. I get nailed here. Bitch, call the police. You can't keep me up. Oh my mama, I'm gonna strangle this hoe. So you wanna play? Bitch.
Oh my grandmama, I'm gonna strangle this hoe. Oh my gosh, this is sad, y'all. And again, this is why I teach domestic violence classes and all of that, because I have to deal with these men who have this type of temperament and have these type of anger issues. And that's why, and this is the reason why they got to take these classes, because this is prime example.
I get real here. Bitch. Oh my dick.
Another thing, never threaten a man that you're going to contact his probation officer. You're going to contact the law. Just go ahead and contact the law. Okay? Don't bluff. Don't sell wolf tickets. If you mean that, do it right away. In my opinion, you never prepare the enemy. You never warn them. Just go ahead and contact his PO. Okay? Nevertheless, If you know you plan on messing with the man or still dealing with him, then you don't need to call the probation officer and get in the law involved, because that's not fair to real victims who really want justice.
Give me that fish tank for that fish. Give me that fish tank.
He said, give me the fish tank. Lord have mercy. Is he going to say, give me the box of cereal? Oh, my God.
Give me that fish tank. Oh, my grandma, you want to be petty? Bitch, I'm going to be petty. Bitch, I need everything. I need everything. Bitch, give me the freeze pops. Give me the freeze pops. Bitch, give me the freeze pops. Give me the freeze pops. And I need them come.
Honey, like I said, that right there is a prime example. It's not cute to even accept this type of behavior, okay? Again, if y'all got daughters, y'all got nieces, please share this information with them. In closing, before we get ready to shut down the lounge, ladies, love should never feel like babysitting, okay? It's not your job to rebuild a man from rock bottom just so he can crush you when he feels powerless again. Pay attention to where his peace comes from. If it doesn't come from God and his own discipline, it will come from controlling you. So y'all, what do y'all think about this situation, okay? Do y'all think Miss Unknown has been juggling both of these guys? What do y'all think? Do y'all think she been seeing the both of them? Seeing a roughneck dude that been taking her to Pound Town and still have the gentleman who treats her like a queen? Do you think she was playing mind games, like seeing both of these guys at the same time? Or do you think that the Dusty just felt like he owned her? Okay. What do y'all think? What is y'all whole intake on this situation? I would definitely like to hear what y'all think about this, right? Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get ready to go ahead and exit from the lounge. And again, ladies, this is the Pillowtrap Chronicles, in which I speak on situations in which are an endangerment to a woman's well-being, and the red flags and, toxic signs of a relationship in which you need to be cautious of, okay? So yes, y'all, again, prayers to the Millers, to the families that's been affected by the loss of Mr. Noel Miller. And I hope justice is served and this man gets life in prison. Y'all take care. And ladies, please be aware, okay?